to set the field up now, set the intention. Very important to call in the frequency and set the intention. So we're going to call in Archangel Michael to protect this space and all that are in this space. I'm going to call in the light of the highest vibration via Archangel Raphael, so we may create a field of light of the highest vibration. Creating a field of light of the highest vibration and inviting in any representatives of the Galactic Federation or the Universal Council of Light to be present in this field of light for our highest purpose and our highest good. And so it is.
Let's start with the first question.
There is a beam of light that has appeared in the center of the room. A representative from the Federation has come through. It is a male energy. He's saying, my identity is not important. I'm simply representing the frequency that our council holds, and I am available to answer your questions. You may proceed.
Okay, I'd like to ask the first question. Can you speak now on the importance of the children that are incarnating in this timeline, these high vibrational souls, on what guidance we, as the older generation, can provide to them so that they are able to best carry out their purpose in this lifetime?
Absolutely, and it is a wonderful question that you ask. For your children are your future. They are your lifeblood. And as you work on yourselves, the most important thing that you can do for their future is work on yourselves. The more of you that do the inner work, no matter how deep and impactful that work is, all work is work. It has the power to reverberate through your descendants, the children and the children below. That is the most important thing that you as adult souls can do for your children, to work on yourselves. For what you heal within you, you heal for your children, and it gets easier for them to do their own work. There's not as much of a burden that they carry that you have. It is like the energy that flows through generation to generation that you call the family karma. It becomes lighter and lighter. Is this the aspect of the question that you had answered, or is there another aspect to this you are hoping to touch on?
You are very correct and wise. I would love to go further with this. So as parents with children that have starseed children who have extrasensory abilities and find it very difficult to fit in this current timeline, what is the best advice that parents of these children can do? We understand that the parents were chosen by these children, but the parents may not have fully activated yet, and they are struggling to understand how they can help their children.
They need love. All children need love, whether starseed or not. They need love, and the fuel for an indigo child is love specifically, and energy specifically. They are sensitive, they pick up on everything, and the way that they ground is in your love. And so therefore, do not think too much with the mind as to what you need to do to help or protect or propel your child. It is like the analogy of a car. They are the car, and love is the fuel that helps them propel forward. That is all that they need. And they are watching you. They are watching you carefully to see if you are loving yourself. For if you're loving them, but you are neglecting the self, they feel it. They feel it. And it takes away from them as if they are not being loved, because they are so connected to everything and everyone around them that they struggle to distinguish between you and I. They struggle with separation. Does this answer your question?
Yes. So just to be perfectly clear, don't focus on who can I be and how can I be a better parent for this child. Fuel them with love, unconditional love, and that is all they need.
And can.
For yourself too.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Love the child unconditionally and love yourself unconditionally. This is the perfect recipe.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Understood. Okay, thank you very much. We will now move on to a question from online on the same topic. The purpose of starseed incarnations on Earth at this time. The number one purpose, they are here. Can you speak on this?
Starseeds have been incarnating since the beginning of this Earth's inception. They have always been needed. They come in as teachers, healers, guides. They're carrying light codes of remembrance, light codes of information that are needed to help fuel this planet forward in its ascension journey. Yes, they've appeared over many eons on this planet. However, you are specifically asking, why are they here now? We are at the precipice. You, Earth Collective, you are at a precipice of a major frequency upgrade. Yes, you've heard it all before, but this one is a whole octave. In your generation, you will experience an octave of upgrade. What does that mean? It means this is the fastest instance of ascension your planet will ever experience or has ever experienced in the past 1,000 years. It is a massive, highly accelerated shift. And yes, we are all watching you, as you know. We're very excited for what's to unfold. And it is you all that are fueling this. It is the starseeds that come in to just shake the container up. And then you guys, you take that container and you run with it. The collective has called this in. And we're simply supporting what you are all ready for. And we thank you for the invitation.
Wow. Thank you so much. That is powerful to know and very motivating. Okay, we're going to take a question from in the room. Okay. Can you please tell us about your relationship with the mixed cruise ship and what it means for us on Earth?
Galactic Federation, you want to know their relationship with the mixed crew.
Yes.
The spaceship with the multidimensional beings from each part of the universe.
Correct.
The complex cases is what they look after. They report directly to the Universal Council of Light, the Council of One, the Council of Elders. They are dispatched from that council. They receive their orders from that council. They are sent in on the complex cases when planets around your universe put out a distress call because they are suffering in some way. The planet may be losing a resource, or it may be losing energetic vibrancy. They call in a crew, a spaceship that is full of multi-beings from around the universe who are adept in solving complex problems, for they have experience all around your universe, and they have that represented on this ship. And yes, they have worked with your planet Earth many a time, many missions. Would you like to know a few of those?
Yes, please. A few of the most relevant to now.
When the pyramids were conceived, the mixed crew was there. When Yeshua lit up the earth grids and plugged in the source core hole into the earth after the lower trajectory post Atlantis, they were all there to make sure that happened correctly. They have come in at key points of your ascension. They come in and out of your planet. And they also have lower avatars, starseeds, that are here on the planet who are in constant communication with the ship. And they are fulfilling mission work through this line of communication. So there's plenty of help on your planet and plenty of help in the other realms. Does this answer the question?
Yes, it does. And there are a couple of online questions that are relatively similar, so I'm going to merge them in. How can we here now, as humans incarnated in this timeline, work with the mixed crew?
These are very interesting questions. Very well thought out and investigated. How you as humans can you work with the mixed crew? You can go into deep meditation and you can ask to receive what you need to receive for your highest good and the highest good of the collective, and then you may surrender and the rest will happen as it needs to happen. Clearing your mind daily, clearing your heart daily, coherence between the mind and brain will ensure that that channel of communication is wide open and the information and the prompting will come through. Many of you are doing this already. Some of you in the room have been doing it regularly. You know who you are. Do you have another question for me?
Yes. If humanity could collectively understand just one truth that would transform our future trajectory to its highest timeline, what would it be?
You are light and you are love.
So remembering this.
Absolutely. You have all gone through the veil of forgetting, so you have all forgotten this truth. And the more of you that remember this truth, the sooner you will ascend into universal truth.
So for those that don't understand how to integrate that core understanding that you are light and you are love, what advice could you suggest for them to integrate this into their daily life?
Exactly the same suggestion that was made with the question regarding how to connect with the mixed crew. Clearing your mind, clearing your heart. For some, this might be an active clearing, like Qigong, breathworks. For others, it might be meditation, walking, exercise, whatever it is that you do that clears your mind and clears your heart, helps you to go inwards, get closer to your true essence, because as I just said, you are light and you are love. This will enable you to have that clear connection. Connection is needed within.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll move on to a question from in the room. Okay. I have a follow-up question about the future and the next 10 years. What is the biggest challenge facing us as a collective over the next 10 years that we need to be aware of?
Duality, it is already happening. People are being forced to take a side, to make a choice. Your anchor, she channeled this message earlier in the week. The choice is, do we do the duality dance of them and us, dark and light? Do we continue this? Or do we see ourselves and all others as connected, as part of a one? It's part of a collective, interconnected energies. So do we subscribe to separation, or do we subscribe to oneness? And therefore we bring back the topic you mentioned earlier around unconditional love. The more that you love yourself, the easier it will be to understand and see others as a reflection of yourself. That all that happens to them is happening to you and vice versa. In the collective right now, you are all going through this lesson, one way or another. Do I choose duality and separation? Or do I choose oneness and unconditional love at all costs? This is not easy. It is easy to speak of these things, but it is not easy to embody these things. But you ask the question, and that is one of the greatest themes moving forward over the next 10 years as you continue to split trajectories. And yes, many of you have started to feel that things feel a little bit different on planet Earth. There has been a splitting. There has been a splitting. Some of you may have noticed that people that you used to be very close to no longer operate in your field of awareness. Why is that so? There has been a frequency split. Not a physical split, a frequency split, where those who are choosing one reality are making their way down that path, and others that have chosen another reality, oneness, interconnectedness, unity. I don't want to do the duality dance. I've had enough of duality. They are splitting onto a new path. Those who have the potential for oneness and unity of yet to activate are also on this path, and there are many of those. You who are listening, this is all resonating for you. This is part of your future. What else of this 10 years would you like to know?
I'd like to go further and ask, okay, some of us have awakened to this understanding of oneness and non-duality and the interconnectedness of all of us going back to source. I feel like many feel demotivated because they feel that what's one person, what difference can one person make? How are we ever going to change the world when so many people are stuck in duality consciousness? So the question is there any hope or motivation that you can share to those that may be doubting the impact they can make?
One thing that you need to focus on, and there is literally only one thing that you all need to focus on to achieve what Ken is describing, and that is looking within yourself, amplifying your own journey. For what you do unto yourself, you are doing for others. Just in your being, in your frequency, is enough to help others. Energy speaks for itself. If you've been on a healing journey and your vibration has been rising slowly, do you not notice how many people are attracted into your field all of a sudden, and you have no idea why? Have you all noticed that?
Yes.
Yes. This is how energy works. It is contagious, the work that you do on yourself. It allows others to step into your field and come into the frequency of one that is healed without you saying a word or doing anything to them. It is in your being that has the power to activate their awakening journey. That should be motivation enough for everybody who is listening to this message. Focus on healing yourself, and everything else outside of you will nourish from your hard work without you having to say or do a thing. Are we at an understanding?
Yes, let's just make sure we got that. So instead of worrying about the tall task of all 7 billion people realizing non-duality consciousness, draw your attention inwards, focus on your own individual journey, and it will have a contagious effect. And you're not the only person on this planet doing this.
Absolutely. That is correct.
And then, so those that are scared to go on this journey, or scared to start revealing who they truly are because of this fear that they're different to everybody else, the majority that are living in duality consciousness, is there any words of encouragement for those that are listening to this, that are resonating with the information, but feel scared to go on this journey, to step into this world and fully commit to their healing journey?
The choice is yours. You have free will and you have intention. But know this, when you make the choice to step into the light and commit to your inner journey and to commit to who you are in your full authenticity, universe will align to support you. You will be sent the people that see you, feel you, hear you. You are not alone on this journey. For every single one of you have come in with soul family, in soul groups. Your guides, your people, your star family, your everything in the unseen realm. They will be supportive of you. And if you are afraid to step out and be yourself, know this, every soul group has a soul who feels this at some stage, but takes the decision to step out into the light and be seen and be heard as a leader, a brave leader who switches the light on for everybody else so that they may feel ready and unafraid to do the same and to take the same journey. So if you find that it is you who is the only one in a circle of people who love you, who is on this journey, and you look around you and feel afraid to come out as the light being that you are remembering yourself to be, remember, you may be the leader that was asked to go first so that everybody else can remember who they are. This is very important. And once you do, you will be surprised at how quickly those around you will start to attune to your new frequency.
Thank you. That's a very lovely and wise and detailed answer. Very helpful. We have another question on a slightly different topic. There's been a lot of talks about solar flare activity and a lot of fear around it as well, and causing timeline shifts and splitting. Is there anything you can speak on this topic of solar flare, major activity coming up?
The darkness will have you stayed in a state of fear, in a vibration that is low as much as possible. They will take what is good and they will serve it to you as something to be feared. Your sun is an emanation of source. It is not something to be feared. It is not something to run and hide from. It is your source of energetic nourishment. Your sun provides you with the light codes that allow you to evolve consciously, but physically, emotionally, and mentally too. You need your sun. So when those solar flares come hitting your planet, you are all getting the opportunity to receive an upgrade. Doesn't that sound amazing? Your sun is a reflection of source light. If source light was to be present in all its form and glory on your planet, you will disintegrate from the force of that light. It is so powerful. So we have placed the sun in your solar system to be a reminder, a very, very kind reminder of where you have come from, and that is source. Are you at an understanding?
Yes, that is brilliant. Just to finish on that topic of timeline splitting and shifting, my understanding is that this is happening all the time in different people's realities.
It is correct.
Can you speak on that? Yes, there's not, because there is this understanding in the collective at the moment that at some point in time, timelines will shift and there will be just an old Earth and a new Earth, and this is going to happen at a precise moment, and people will be on one half and the other people will be on the other half.
Okay.
Personally, I don't resonate with that. What can you say about that?
We have discussed this earlier, and we spoke of the frequency split. That there is a version of Earth that is continuing on the 3 and the 4D trajectory, playing out, if you will, the stories and the energy of that frequency, right? And the people that prescribe to that consciousness, they are on that frequency now, and I am permitted to tell you that they are experiencing World War III. You that are here are in the reality of the different frequency shift that chose to take the higher trajectory into 4 and 5D and beyond. You as a collective who are on this frequency shift, you are not experiencing World War III. You're experiencing, you're about to find out, but it is not what the other split are experiencing. So there are multiple Earths and multiple timelines. That you are correct, Ken. The split is not physical, it is energetic. Timelines vary. Yes, there are multiple timelines. Yes, there are multiple frequencies. Yes, there are multiple consciousness levels. Yes, there are multiple collective consciousness. And at some point, by a free will, a group on your planet decided they wanted to buy in to the frequency of World War III and that consciousness of separation and segregation. And they have taken that trajectory For those on the other timeline that you here are experiencing, you have chosen to question and contemplate duality, question and contemplate separation, question and contemplate a better way. And you are working it out now in your collective. Does this make sense?
It does. I have so many questions. I might move on. I will just ask one more for the benefit of everyone listening. Can you speak on what we're about to find out? Or this is not permitted yet?
You are all deciding what will happen in the now. It is your collective free will. So we are waiting to watch and see what you do with it.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's creative. We can create the timeline in the future. We intend.
You are creator beings, and as you do your work from within and heal and shift, and you affect others to do this too, you all collectively go along your own frequency, your consciousness trajectory, and you create together. The power of creation increases as more light is pouring in to your collective through the shift, the internal shift each one of you are experiencing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Can you see now how important it is to focus on your inner world, how that is affecting everyone around you, and how holding space for others when they need it is just as important as holding space for you? We must respect free will. We cannot force people to awaken. They must choose it when they are ready. They must choose their timeline. They must express their own consciousness. And we must respect where they are at. We must love them anyway.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We have another question. This one is about higher avatars.
Ooh.
For those that don't understand what that is, and for those that have some level of understanding, can you speak on the concept of a higher avatar first, and then I'll ask a follow-up question?
Absolutely. It's a wonderful question. You are all multidimensional beings. Your soul has fractals in multiple frequencies of consciousness. And so therefore, you, for example, we'll use you as an example. You're existing now in this 3D to 4D form on planet Earth in the current trajectory. Your soul is present within this physical vehicle, correct?
Yes.
However, you might like to know that a fractal of your soul exists on the 11th to 12th dimension within a Lyran being that has been present in this room the whole evening. This would be your higher avatar, Ken, existing in the now as you are existing in the now, a fractal of your soul on a higher dimension, in a higher frequency, in another realm. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Wonderful. You all have avatars. A lot of you are having parallel lives. When we say higher avatar, we are labeling a higher frequency, not that they're better than you in any way. They are you. So you have access to your higher avatars on higher frequencies of dimension whenever you need them. They are here to help you, and you may call them in.
Does everyone have higher avatars, or only some people, and is it specific?
Some people do have higher avatars and others do not. Some have lower avatars, and they can be in touch with them too.
I have to ask, what is a lower avatar?
A version of yourself that is existing on a lower plane. And you can, in deep meditation, connect with that version of yourself that is existing on a lower frequency, a lower timeline, a lower dimension. And you may send it light, you may communicate with it, You may encourage it to heal. There is an example. There is one of you here that is proficient in the QHHT modality. She will understand this concept that when you put people into a hypnotic state, they access a part of themselves that existed. And a lot of that time, it is a part of themselves that existed on a lower frequency. Is that correct?
It is.
Yes. And so therefore, what are you doing in that session for your people, Lou? You are allowing them to access that avatar on a lower frequency and giving them healing. Correct. This is our way in this density of connecting with our lower avatars and allowing it to find healing. There are ways in the higher dimensions that they have, that we do not have, to connect downwards into their lower avatars and support them. Does this make sense, Ken?
It does. Now, there are some in this room present with us that would like to know if they have higher avatars. Is there a way we could identify that? Is that accessible?
You may speak the words of the names of the people who would like to know.
Uh-huh.
Only the ones that would like to know, because it is free will for them to know. They may put their hands up
Okay,
if they
so
want to know.
Grant would like
Please do not forget the people on the
Online.
energetic line. Yes.
to know. Thank you. So we will collate that. Grant would like to know.
Yes, Grant. You know this.
Sukhdeep would also like to know.
Yes, Sukti.
Bronny would also like to know.
Yes, Bronny.
Emma would like to know.
Yes, Emma. You know this.
Tony would like to know.
Yes, Tony.
Sam the Rock would like to know.
Yes, Sam. You have met them.
Lara would like to know.
Yes, Lara. You have been told today.
Lou would like to know.
Yes, Lou. They have visited us in an attunement.
Victoria would like to know.
Victoria. Yes, Victoria, you do. Palladium.
Selena would like to know.
Yes, Selena, the little Lyran.
I believe that's everyone in the room, as well as Cassidy, of course.
Cassidy is aware.
Vicky online. Vicky Vibratus.
Yes, Vicky.
Mari would like to know.
Yes, Mari.
Natalie and Olivia from the Energy Hub would like to know.
Yes, Natalie and Olivia, Lyran energy.
Tyne would also like to know.
Yes, time.
Ria and Georgia from online would like to know,
Yes, Ria and Georgia, you too.
as well as
Very
Beatrix.
Palladian energy with both Ria and Georgia.
Yes, thank you. And Beatrice, of course.
Yes, Beatrice, you have some strong Vega blood there. Frequencies coming in.
Okay, thank you. That was very comprehensive. So it's fair to say those that are interested in doing this work, tuning into this sort of frequency, it is highly likely that they have higher avatars based on what we have seen.
Absolutely, and that's what's called you to here, because you're sensing there is something, resonance, and you feel it and you know it.
I have 2 late requests, if that's okay.
Yes.
Stephanie and Alex Gonzalez.
Stephanie and Alex want to know if they have higher avatars.
Yes.
Yes, old friends, you do. And when you are ready, you may learn more about this. They have ties to the Federation.
Wow. Stay tuned. And Shaban from online would like to know.
Shabana, yes, you have a strong Vega signature too.
Okay, thank you so much. We're going to move on to another question. But before I do, Beatrice would really like to know about Macy, if she has a higher avatar as well.
Yes, little Lyran, she does.
So I will ask a follow-up question, and it seems that there are a large population of Lyran higher avatars present in this beautiful soul collective that we have gathered today.
Mm-hmm.
Can you speak on why there would be such a high proportion of Lyrans and Pleiadians, but especially the Lyrans?
Because they are picking up on the frequency of your anchor. She's holding Lyran codes, but she has history with the Palladians.
So the anchor, Susie, is somehow acting like a lighthouse?
Correct.
Wow, I feel privileged to be her life partner. Thank you. Okay, I have a question from someone in the group here regarding acknowledgement and acceptance of galactic beings. How will this happen and affect the evolution of humanity's consciousness when our collective fully acknowledges and accepts that they exist?
On a subconscious level, those that have chosen the higher trajectory have already accepted it. They are not conscious of it yet. That is why they are still with you on this timeline, because they have the potential within their subconscious to activate at any moment. And do not write people off. They're in your field for a reason. Take note of who is in your field, even if they are not believers in this concept of the starseed soul or the galactic family. It is within their subconscious, because they would not be in your field of awareness, spending time with you, listening to you, disagreeing with your stories. They do not have a resonance in their subconscious, and it's time for them to wake up and remember. So mostly this will be well received, and the ones that reject this information, they are simply resisting what is already in their subconscious, what they know to be true. And there could be some trauma that they are holding on to from previous lifetimes of interaction with galactic or multidimensional beings. And therefore, the idea of remembering what they know is true is quite triggering for them. Show everyone love, no matter what their opinion is, for deep down in their subconscious, they know the truth, and at any stage they could awaken to that truth, and they need to be welcomed. Does this help answer the question?
Yes, thank you. Okay, I'm going to go back to avatars again, just for some clarification. So with avatars, we understand that our soul has fragments in this incarnation, existence as a human being, but we also have fragments of our souls as higher avatars. So Source, when we merge back with Source and Oneness, do the avatars all, how does it work? How do they all come back to Source? Does that question make sense?
Everything is happening now. There is no time and space. It is not linear. Time is an illusion. Everything is happening in the now. So you integrate all parts of yourself, your fractals. And at some point when you do the healing as a higher avatar to release your lower avatar from burden, you are speeding up your timelines, speeding up your ascension journey as you do this work.
May I ask, on this note, a question I have had on the paradox of living in apparent separation, where it appears that we are individual beings separate from one another, but at the very same time, we are all part of Source and we are already merged with Source. Is there any way that you can help us to understand this paradox better, that we can be appearing to be unique souls with different perspectives and realities, yet at the same time be already integrated back with no separation, no separate souls, just oneness with Source?
Questions are becoming very convoluted. Can you simplify that question
Yes.
for us, Ken? We are struggling to understand. It's not in our frequency. Summarize this.
Is there any wisdom you can share that would better help us to understand how each of us as individual souls is at the same time part of oneness?
When you work out that you are part of Source and Source resides within you, then you recognize it within others. It's just that simple.
I like that. So it's recognizing that you are Source within yourself and all of its existence is in within yourself as well. Is that correct?
Correct. And the moment that you penetrate that truth, you will identify that knowing, that resonance. When you tap into that golden honey within you, when you realize that you are love, that Source resides within you, you will recognize it within every single person that you meet. How can you hate yourself?
So when you truly recognize this within yourself, you will not see others as individual souls, but as part of you.
A reflection of what resides within you.
Thank you. That very much adequately addresses my question.
Thank you.
I'll move on to a lighter question from online. Can you give some suggestions from your perspective on how we can raise our vibration and frequency?
Okay. There are multiple options to do this. You're very blessed on planet Earth. You have the trees and the beaches, the sand, and the birds, and the beautiful frequencies that reside in your natural elements. Quickest way for you to raise your frequencies to immerse yourself in nature daily, if you are blessed enough to have that opportunity. Wonderful. If you are not spoilt for time, do not have access to nature, sound frequencies can be very powerful. Seek them out. Seek them out, and you will find ones that resonate, that make you feel good. Whatever makes you feel good is good for you. The trust in the way your mind, your body, your spirit feels when you connect with certain frequencies. We are all vibratory, so we respond to vibration. Whatever vibration makes you feel good, do more of that. And your vibration will match the frequency of which you are putting into your field, and you will raise. So trust in the way your body responds to certain frequencies and to places in nature that you are drawn to. These are wonderful ways to raise your vibration, and there are wonderful healing modalities on your planet that you can engage in for support when you feel stuck. You are never alone.
Okay, that's a lovely starting point. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we now have a question from someone in the room. There is a group of us going to Uluru
Yes.
in the near future. And some of us would like to know if there is possibilities that we will have interactions with some higher dimensional beings, or maybe even physically see a higher dimensional being. Is there any wisdom you can share on this as a possibility?
Person who asked this question, you know the answer. I am not permitted to say more than that, for this is being recorded. And I am looking out for your welfare.
Wonderful. Okay. And mass disclosure that is being talked about so much in the media currently. Is this coming? Is it real?
It has already begun. Disclosure. This is the era of information sharing on your planet. We are reveling. We are reveling. The last 10 to 20 years on your planet has been information disclosure. This global village of yours has become a lot closer since the installation of the internet and the social medias. And this is fantastic because you have all been disclosing truth. There have been a lot of lies that have been disclosed also, but it's great because in those lies you get to learn discernment and you get to learn about duality, and this is important for the human experience also. And so you say, when will disclosure happen? It's already happening. A lot of you are sharing information from your subconscious memories, from your experiences with other realms. You all have a lot of stories to tell, and a lot of you are already sharing them online. So you do not need to wait for your government to say it is now being disclosed, because you have all been disclosing your experiences for many years on the internet, sharing with people you know, people you don't know. Guess what happened to me? Guess what I saw? I was in meditation and I had this experience. A lot of you have been disclosing. You are the disclosure. No one can tell you when disclosure has begun, because you have already been disclosing your truths, and this is so important. It is so important that you share your truth, and we encourage you to continue to share your stories and share your truth. For a lot of you, we spoke of those people that are on your trajectory, that are suppressing it in their subconscious, that at some stage, any stage, they could come online and awaken, activate. They do this when they hear your stories. So keep talking. You are the force of disclosure. The government does not own disclosure. The people own disclosure.
Yes. A follow-up question then, for those of us that are ready for this, how can we best prepare for communication with galactic councils, for example?
The more that we speak of these things in arenas like this, and share more of this information, more that you share online and in your circles, the more it becomes normal. You are drip feeding one another as you tap into disclosure and share. Now that more and more people are coming out and speaking of this topic, it is becoming a lot less taboo and a lot more normal to speak. And even if you're debating on this topic and disagreeing on this topic, it's actually a topic worth debating now, is it not?
Yes.
So this is very important, that you keep the conversations rolling. So the original question, Ken, has it been answered?
Yes, it has.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have a couple of online questions, if I may jump into them. One of them is in regards to our personal gifts that we might have selected as a soul before we came here. What can people understand about themselves if they want to activate these gifts? And what could be preventing this from happening?
Illusions, blocks, density from other lifetimes stuck in the subconscious. Illusions that will have you thinking that you are separate to source. These things, they stop light from coming in. They could be low self-worth. They could be a lack of forgiveness. They could be fear. These sort of blocks and illusions, these lower frequencies, they keep you tied to a lower frequency. When you release those and you transmute them to light through the inner healing work we spoke of earlier, the inwards work, the reflection work, the journaling work, the constant striving to raise your vibration work, the reflection on how you communicate and exchange with the other beings in your life. That is the sort of work that has you emanating and receiving and taking in more light. And when your DNA and your cells can take on more light because you've released all of these illusions, these blocks that are blocking you from source light, then your DNA responds and reflects that light. Anything that is dormant, that is in your highest good to activate within this lifetime will activate. All the work that you do on yourself now, it counts for the next life and the next life and the next life. So what are you creating now that you can invest in to your future lives? That is so important. And even if you go through this life and you do not activate any abilities, it's okay, because the work that you have done on yourself, it never, ever goes to waste. And it inspires others to do the same. But you all have the ability to rectify your DNA to its original blueprint. And its original blueprint was inclusive of such beauty, such access to incredible power, light power, not ego power, light power, where you were a beings of light that could supply for themselves nourishment of light and love, and for others, in service to others, light and love. But we have chosen as a collective to come into this density from energetic darkness. And so therefore your DNA has been suppressed purely, not by an outside force, but your own subconscious, your own illusions, your own belief system. The Anunnaki didn't come to suppress you. You are not constantly chained by your DNA. You can activate it through healing work at any stage of your life. It is never ever too late, and it never ever goes to waste.
That's very good and motivating. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
A few more online questions, if I may.
Yes.
One regarding the fear out there about an undercurrent of a global reset and disruptions to all our existing systems, financial systems, health, education, infrastructure. Is there truth to these concerns?
By global reset, do you mean that everything will change?
I speak of, in the conspiracy theory realm, there is a lot of talk about major systems falling apart, financial, health, losing your identity, becoming digital identity, all this sort of chatter that goes on, often in the 4D communities. Can you speak on the truth of these things, or is it just fear tactics to keep people on a never-ending search and rabbit hole?
We have scanned your collective, and your collective have decided it's something they wish to not partake in. So this will not eventuate because you've all been debating it on your internet and deciding that you will not accept it. And so it is a general consensus that a reset of your lives and digital IDs being conserved by a select few is not something that you will accept. So this is a timeline that will not eventuate. As to the financial markets crashing, that is not a possibility. It is not something that is reverberating through your collective timeline at this point in time. We've not agreed to that. There is other things. Sorry, I'm just bringing forth some more information for you. Now, there's something I do need to tell you, and that is that as you grow as a collective, as you ascend through consciousness, you are all together. You are going to recreate your archaic systems that are no longer working for you, your financial markets, your educational institutions, your healthcare, your housing, all of that. You're all going to collaborate and over a long period of time recreate them. So yes, in a way they will be reset, but the way that you want them to be reset, a way that is in line with the consciousness of the 5D and beyond. One system that works for everyone and that favors no one. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, that is what your collective have chosen. So embrace those changes. Don't put your energy into what you don't want to occur. That's now, yes, express my opinion, but let's look into the future and what do I want as part of my trajectory. Have those conversations because you're all creator beings.
Thank you.
Now, Ken, I'm being told one more question and then attunement is due in.
I agree. So I'm going to pick one more from online, unless anyone in the room has an urgent question. Let me just say, I'm going to choose the most relevant question that I think we all need to hear. So if you just stand by. Oh, there's too many good questions.
Go with your heart, Ken.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to go with the one that most resonates. We have a question on Gaia.
Yes.
Wanting to know what Gaia is feeling in the present moment. The overwhelming emotional state.
Who has asked that question? You are very in tune. Who has asked that question?
Would you like to know?
Yes,
It would
please.
be Lou.
Very good, Lou. there has been a stirring in the sacral of Gaia, and your anchor has received that message this evening. You're very in tune, Wu. She is currently carrying within her sacral. The sacral is the emotional center of your planet. She is carrying the angst that the collective are now feeling. How do I choose? What do I choose? What do I do? Do I want this for my future? Do I want that for my future? What is going on? Is there going to be a big reset? Is my digital ID being saved? Blah, blah, blah. Duality, duality, duality. What do I feel? What do I choose? So she is holding this in reflection to what you are all feeling as a collective in her sacral. So you may see this needs to release. This is energy that needs to be released. So over the next 3 to 6 months, you may start to see some increase in volcanic and earthquake activity, some flooding, as this energy that is being trapped in the sacral of Gaia, it must have a space to release. And so those of you around the planet who are doing grid work or energy work, yes, continue to cleanse yourselves and to work on your own sacral. But please also offer Gaia an opportunity to release. Do your energy work with the intention of releasing any pent-up emotion within the earth. Those of you who do this work know what this means. Thank you for that question, dear Lou.
Okay, thank you. We shall be ready to receive this beautiful attunement.
You're all welcome.
Is there anything we need to do?
Just be ready to receive. Open your hearts. Focus on the light coming out through the heart. I may need some support for this because I myself, I am just a messenger. That is my role. I come through to provide information. I will call in those that have been chosen to provide you with your healing, your activation for this evening. So I will depart and I will allow them to come through. There is some speaking in the room, and I should ask that there be silence as these beings come through. And because you have so duly mentioned them, mixed crew have entered this field of light. They are ready to give us all an upgrade and a healing, all that are online, all that are in person. Mixed species have created a circle of light around all of us that are here. And they would like to blast us with love. For those of you who are willing and would like to intend to receive this healing and this upgrade, simply give your will and intention. I'm ready to receive. For those online, you may state, I'm ready to receive in your heart. There's a toroidal field that has just been amplified within this room. They're amplifying the toroidal field that is emanating from the scalar wave. They are just bringing that up quite a notch. We are all bathing. I can hear the frequency coming through my ears. We are all bathing in very high frequency light now that the mixed crew are offering us. You may feel waves of energy running through your body, the lightness, your heart opening as you receive the current running through your legs and your feet. Perhaps it is up your back. You are receiving life force energy. It is communicating with your DNA and fixing any breakages, communicating, upgrading what needs to be upgraded. And as we spoke of the sacral this evening, those of you who are absorbing Gaia's angst in your sacral, you may feel the energy around your sacral shifting. You are getting a release. Or a lot of empaths will be feeling what Mother Earth is feeling right now. We do not need to hold it, we may simply transmute this to light. As we release what no longer serves and we receive all that we are ready for, we will give thanks and gratitude for our star family. Providing us with the messages and healing and upgrades that we've received tonight. We are grateful, and thus we close off the circle of light with gratitude. And so it is.
Welcome back.
Hey. How's everyone in the room feeling and online? Leave us your comments, guys. If anyone could feel that online, if you can write that in the comment block, we'll read some of your comments out. How's everyone going in person? There's a couple in the front row here that are just staring at me like, I need to go to bed. How's everyone doing in the back there? All good? Yeah. And oh, yep, our film director's got a thumbs up and she's got an upgrade too. Anyone like to share anything with the group? Any experience or anything resonance that came through? Yes, Lara.
I could really feel the energy then coming through my legs. My legs were actually trembling.
Wow.
You can hear it in your voice.
Yeah, I can feel it.
You're
Yeah, and I
shaking.
can feel it in the sacral too.
You too, Sam? Your arm. Oh, you just had a surgery on your arm, so you could feel the energy running through your cast? Yeah, beautiful. Victoria, you look very snoozy, so you definitely. What about you guys? All good?
Yeah, so much energy.
Yeah, wonderful. And do we have any comments online?
Selena also.
Oh, yes, Selena, little one.
Speak up.
Belly button.
Oh, your belly button. That's where your sacral is. So you felt some energy moving there. Beautiful. Wonderful.
We have two of our children in the room with us.
Yeah.
They insisted on being here. They
Yeah.
didn't want to miss out. Online, we've also got Madeline. Thank you. Amazing. So beautiful. Mari felt a beam of warmth on her forehead.
Aw. You've had a headache all week, Mari. I hope you got a healing. That's fantastic.
And Alex, amazing. A lot of tingling throughout his body.
Oh, that's wonderful, Alex. I guess I'll hear about it soon. He got a message about having
Oh,
a
yeah,
connection to the Federation?
To be explored.
There
Alex.
you go.
Beatrice had tingling in her hands as well.
Beautiful.
And body.
Aww.
And do you know who that is?
Uh,
Riley?
Yeah,
Riley felt a huge surge of energy move through her body, warmth flowing into the hands,
Oh,
eyes
wow.
closed, saw flashes of green. Biggest cheesy smile on my face right now.
Oh,
It's
that's
Georgia.
fantastic.
It's Georgia.
It's Georgia. Okay, that's wonderful, Georgia.
Cool.
That's amazing.
Apologies we couldn't get to everyone's questions online. I mean,
Yeah, we'll have to do this
I was
again.
thinking, wow, we're going to have enough questions. And it just kept going. And I had so much more.
Yeah.
I wanted. Hopefully I represented everyone. Really fun. That was really fun.
To watch it back to see some pieces, but I really want to listen to the wisdom. Oh, great.
Brilliant information.
Excellent. Hope it helps everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we'll wrap that up. We'll definitely do this again, and we will streamline it
Yeah.
more and more each time.
And I think we, if you guys have a theme, like for example, I don't know, Lemuria or Atlantis or Avalon even, that you want to explore and call in beings from those timelines. Yeah, someone's just going, yes. We can do conferences that are based on those sort of themes and, call in beings from those realms and get information and maybe healings and, activations from those sort of timelines. So really get creative. DM us, email us, let us know what you want to know more about. And yeah, we'll hold another one and you guys tell us what you want and we'll make it happen.
And if you're not watching this live and you'll come back later and you want to be a part of the next one, definitely. If you get your questions submitted in earlier, I can then prepare it. And there's a lot of similar questions I found as well. So we can tie it all in together. And sometimes your questions just automatically got answered.
Yeah.
So a lot of those questions I didn't even ask because they actually got answered.
Oh, cool.
So
yeah, wonderful.
But yeah, that was really, really cool. All right, we're going to end.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your presence and your
then-
warmth and everything. It's a beautiful evening. Beautiful.
Cool. All right, see
Lots
you
of
all.
love.
Bye.